Hi guys, welcome to another video. Now this is a recreation. I have had this nail inspo in my Instagram for such a long time, and I really decided to try it out on the last very crisp of summer. I'm trying it out. I've been seeing a lot of fruit nails, and while I love them, I've never really been interested in trying all of them, but this one was very cute, so I decided let's try it. So I'm doing a Frenchie on my nude base. All the products will be listed in the description, and I'm using this jelly white that I got from Temu, I believe, or Shein, I don't quite remember, some time back to line up my French because it's a bit thicker. Even though it's a jelly like substance, it's thicker. And instead of going in with white like the inspo photo, I am going in with this off yellow color that I got from a set way back when from the Jelen company, and I'm going in with that because I really love the color, and I just decided as you all know, if you've been here for a while, I hate white, so I decided to go with that off yellowish type of color. It's not yellow, it's not beige. I'll just go with off yellow because it's not beige, but I'm not too sure what to call it at the moment. So yeah, I use the jelly white to line out my French so I get a crisp line, and then I just go in and fill everything in. As you can see, I've done all the other sets already. I was just showing you what I did with this one. Now for this nail, the accent nail, I actually forgot that this should be a full blue, so I'm going in just to cover that. It doesn't matter if you've made mistakes, it's quite fine, you can cover it, it's gel. Now we're interrupting that just to show you the updates of my nails. Now this is with the rubber base gel. Now this is about 3 weeks. I will have to check the timestamp on the last video that I redid to let you know, but that's what we're looking like with the nails thus far. I have a lot of growth and some chipping at the sides, but the tips are still going strong, as you can see there. I will be redoing my nails by the end of this video. I won't show it in this video, but I redid them just as I've did in all my other videos to help my nails grow out and back to the normal programming. So some of the nails had like this plaid type of blanket, picnic blanket design, and I really wanted to go in and try this design. I've never actually done plaid type nails before, so I went in with the same blue I used to cover the accent nail. It's the same blue from the Jelen set. I believe the set was a set of 15 colors. I did a review on it sometime back, a couple years back. This is the color 660. I don't think they come separately, but yeah. So I'm actually just trying to follow the image. I decided to change and go with white instead of blue stripes, and looking at it now, the blue was fine. I'm not sure why I changed. At the time when I was doing the blue stripes, I didn't quite like them for some reason, so yeah, I changed over and I went with white stripes using the same jelly white. I believe that's the same jelly white. Yeah, the same jelly white. And then where the lines meet, where the blue lines meet, I go in and create like little blue squares to kind of give a little pop. You'll see a bit better towards the end of the video when I do a close-up of all the nails, but really that's what I'm doing. And I did that for all 3 nails, as you can see there. And then we'll be moving on to do another set, which is the accent nail. So I've layered that with two coats of the blue. Can you believe I've had these nails or these polishes for at least 2 years, and I've touched half the colors, to be honest with you. The last video I did was the last time I actually used these colors. I have to go back and check, or I'll link the video actually that I used to do what I did the review of these sets that I got some time back. I haven't touched these gels in such a long time. So yeah, we're going in and I'm creating the little blueberries. I believe they're blueberries, don't kill me. Yeah, so blueberries, and I I'm just trying to figure out how they are created. I didn't really watch a video. I just looked at the inspo pic and I was like, okay, I think this is what, I'll do. So yeah, I made those with the 3D gels that I got from Temu. And then I go in with the same blue as the base and I just cover that with one of my older brushes. I don't paste it blue. I want to get the, that graded effect. So yeah, where it looks like there's two different gradients. So yeah, I went in with that. So I lightly brushed on some of the blue to give the graded effect, and then I go in with a thicker dab of the blue in the center to give that 3D effect or give it a bit of dimension. And I think it looks pretty cute for my first try. If you've reached so far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know if you have ever done fruit nails before. This is really my first time trying. And we are moving on to the leaves. Now for me, leaves are always a bit tricky. I believe I've tried leaves before on one of my 3D nail videos, and they're always a bit tricky, but with practice comes perfection, so we'll get there eventually. This is what I eventually came out with as it relates to the leaves themselves. And then I'm going in, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, so I'm going in to create this lace effect around the nail that I already did off camera for the others, and I'm just showing you guys how I did it. I'm using a different type of white. I believe this white I got from Shein this time, and I was just testing out white gels because I really wanted a white painting gel, and it's so hard to find a good white painting gel unless I'm willing to pay like $15 to $20 for it, which at this point, it's better you just pay for quality. So I will be doing that in the future, but these work pretty well for now. So I'm going in with a very, very fine short brush. I believe this is the one I got from Cookies. So I'm going in with that, and I'm just creating the lace effect around the French line of my nails, and this is how I did it. Now we are going in with the same blue, and we are going to create little bunches of blueberries, and I'm using a dotting tool to create that. I just give, or should I say, I dab different sizes of, or create different sizes of the dots to get different sizes of blueberries. And I wanted to do the leaves, but these were the greens that I have. I really need to get a paint, like some painting gels, and I pulled that one. I was like, no, that's too dark, so I went with this green, and it kind of matched. Well, it's a bit off from the leaves that I have now, but that I created with the 3D gel, but yeah, I could always cover it to make them blend a bit more. So again, leaves aren't my forte, but I am trying. At the end of the day, I figured they're so tiny, you're not even gonna tell if they're not shaped that perfectly, even though neat leaves are essentially, they're perfectly shaped. But yeah, this one doesn't have to be as perfect as natural leaves. So I'm looking at the inspo pic to try and recreate the effect itself. Also, I will link the original creator of this set, in the description. You may also see her Instagram tag on the thumbnail. If it's not there, then I'll just put it in the description. Depends on how I create the thumbnail, which I am still working on trying to create. I can't get a good enough picture to really show the full effect of the nails as I see them through my eyes. So I'm working on that, but if you're seeing this video, then I made it. I somehow did it, and I have a good enough thumbnail that interests you guys, so you saw the video. So yeah, this is what we're working with. I'm always skeptical when doing very fine little fruits or designs because my gels aren't that thick to really be painting with them, but this really turned out well, and I'm very surprised. I will have to try this a bit more. So basically, all these gels that I'm using to paint and design, they're all from the Gelin set. Now we're moving on to creating the French smile line of pearls. I had these sets of pearls that I got from Again, it's either Tina or Shimu sometime back, and I'm creating a French smile line with them. I use the 3G clear gel as a base because if I didn't and I used a more watery gel or nail glue, it would just be a bit runny. So I use this as a base first, so I'd have the pearls sitting where I want them to sit, as opposed to me thinking they are where they should be when I'm curing, only to find out that they shift or during the curing process, and I have one pearl up and one pearl down. That has happened before. So I figured I would just try this method, and it worked out pretty well. All the pearls stay where I wanted them to stay, and I got a pretty neat smile line. So I'm happy with this method of laying out my pearls. I definitely will have to try it again in the future when I do some future nails. I believe I will be recording some of my Halloween sets moving onwards, because I am starting school and I want to have these pre-recorded, probably fall and Halloween. I'm mostly more excited for the Halloween set, so I'll be doing the Halloween set. I have a lot of inspo for 3D AI Halloween sets that I want to try, so I'll be pre-recording those, so I have those sets while I'm in the trenches of doing assignments and I can't really post as I would love to. So yeah, I'm going in the sides with smaller beads. In the center I have a larger pearl. Thinking about it now, I probably should have used a more larger pearl or bigger pearl still in the center than the one that I had there, because I had bigger options. But yeah, it still looks good. I was quite surprised with how this nail turned out, to be honest with you. I was really skeptical with especially creating those little berries with my gel, and it actually turned out pretty well. It's not too bad. What I've learned is that if you don't have painting gel, it's not the end of the world if you have to layer the gels. Work in small thin layers and you can build it up. It's not the best, but you won't die. So yeah, I'm covering the leaves so I could have the colors a bit more uniform with the other nail. I went in also and I covered the leaves. I wanted them to have a bit of a glossy effect, and I figured if I use the clear 3D gel to cover them, I would get a bit of a glossy effect. I did get it, but by the time I covered it with actually I got it. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, I got the glossy effect that I was looking for. So yeah, I covered the leaves with that, and we are moving on to the bow. I'm a bit out of focus now. This is where I wanted to put my own spin. This is where I wanted to put my own spin on the design itself by doing this type of bow as opposed to the original bow. While this bow is pretty cute, I kind of felt like it hid the design, so I eventually switched over, but I thought of keeping this in the video because I could show you guys two ways that you could make bows for your nails, and they are, well, they're not hard, but I wouldn't say they're pretty easy also, because sometimes to get the gel to work with you. So when it comes to bows, in my head, I just know how a bow should look. And then I've seen a lot of pictures of, 3D bows. So I'm just working with that. I wasn't really looking at an inspo pic. I was working with the type of bow I wanted. But when I looked at it, I was like, nah, it's really hiding the design of the nails. So really and truly, the original creator's bow is a bit better. So I eventually switched over and show you guys how to create that. I believe her bows are probably they come pre-made. I believe I've seen them before, but I figured I don't have them, so let's make them. So I looked at the structure itself and I figured this was how they created the nails, so I went along with this. It's hard to really explain what I did. It's more of a look what I did type of situation. It's a bit blurry sometimes because I lost focus, but I hope you guys saw what I did. I do go ahead and show you again. Even though it's a bit blurry, what I do is just to roll out the white 3D clay in like a spaghetti, and then I center that, and basically all I do after that is just to damp my damp my silicone tool with some alcohol, and then I just flip over the ends, remembering to leave space in the center to have like, you know, a little hole in the center so it looks like a bow. That's basically what I did, and I just used the tip to create space in the center. And then I wanted a little oomph, and I added some more pearls to bring uniformity, and basically that was it. I do go in now with the Beatles rhinestone glue to cover the nail or cover the bow, because I wanted to give it a bit more strength. And if I leave a gap in the center of the bow, basically it's going to be weak. So I covered all of that with a coat of the rhinestone glue, and that gave it a bit more strength so it would be a bit more sturdy and wouldn't break easily. And that is it. That's all the nails done. Hopefully you've reached this far in the video so you could see how I do the install. Now I'm just covering all the nails with, after I have buffed the edges, I'm covering the nails with top coat, and then yeah, we would be all done. Now I wanted you guys to see the nails on my hand, so I did install them over after I was done, like the next day. So this is what we're looking like with the sets or the nails all done. I was thinking of, you know, getting my pictures like this, but you could see the sticky tab, the blue sticky tab under the nails. I was like, no, I'm gonna have to install them with glue, which as you can see here, I redid my nails with the rubber base, and I did keep my thumb tall, but I clipped my other nails because by now tomorrow I'll post the update video on why I clipped them. I'll do a short on why I clipped them because my nails were a bit bent, so I had to let them reshape. So yeah, I'm covering my nails with this peel off base. It's the one that you could use for nail polish, the very viral one some time back, so that I could easily pop the nails off, as opposed to using the normal peel off base that would help my nails to stay on a bit longer. So I'm doing that, and I'm gluing them on with just a little dab of glue, because the aim is not to keep them on for a week or two. I want to be able to pop them off after. So yeah, I'm doing that and I'm installing them. I kind of eyeballed the sizes and I was hoping they would fit so I could get some nice pictures and get a picture for the thumbnail, and they actually did fit. Not a problem. I did have some difficulty with getting them off because this glue is just that good, like, and it dries so quickly, so you have to be careful with this glue. I got it at my local store. These nails go nowhere when I use this glue, especially when I do press-ons for myself or for my mother, or even when I do, you know, for my friends or clients. I always give them this glue with it because it lasts such a long time. A little goes a long way and it dries very quickly. And yeah, this is what we're looking like. We're all done. I'm going in to just add a little bit of cuticle oil so that, you know, you don't see the crust around my nails, even though there shouldn't be any because I cleaned them. But yeah, this is what we're looking like with the sets all done. Let me know if you like the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know if there's a video or a nail you'd like me to recreate or to show you how to create that nail if I can figure it out. Thank you guys for watching. Welcome to any new subscribers that are with me, and those that stuck around till the end, you're a real one. Or even if you skipped to the end, you're still a real one, because I do that sometimes. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Again, I noticed something here, which was I should not have had the same designs beside each other. So this was where I was trying to take them off. This is just a couple seconds really of installing the nail, and I was trying to get them off. And this is the reason why I use this specific type of peel off base, because I can do this. And as you can see there, I still have my nail intact, the rubber base intact. Now this is where things went a bit wrong. This one refused to come off. I think I probably used a bit too much glue, and when it finally came off, it took off the rubber base all the layers and everything with it. I was so surprised, but I was like, yeah, we must move on. So I just added back some peel off base. Let that, by the way, this is very important. This base does not cure in the UV lamp, it has to air dry. And I fixed that, and then yeah, I thought this was a better alternative than having the two same designs beside each other. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.